Gaylord Memorial Family Stadium is the site, and the Sooners are at home, coming off a credibility win in Knoxville last week to play host to Tulsa. And the Golden Hurricane just sped up, living on Tulsa time. Over 600 yards of offense in each of their first 2 wins of this year. And for Oklahoma, a walk-on that can run it and chuck it, named Mayfield, has changed the complexion of Oklahoma offensively.
And it's one of the reasons Philip Montgomery loves having this veteran running this offense for him. Nothing doing for D'Angelo Brewer. Stopped at the line of scrimmage by Eric Stryker.
14 straight games in which he's thrown a touchdown. He's in control of this offense at the line of scrimmage.
He gets rid of it quickly. That's Josh Atkinson, the intended receiver. Covered beautifully there by Mbanasor. 3rd and 10. Evans in trouble. Ducks under at about the 25, maybe the 26, so they net about a yard or 2 on their opening series. That's it. He's one of 3 new starting offensive linemen for this OU team. Mayfield looking long for Westbrook. He's got it. D.D. Westbrook right on target from Mayfield, 39 yards, and the DB pulled up lame, it appeared, in single coverage.
Yeah, there's Jarrett Wilson out there. You can see press coverage. He gets to the outside, does Westbrook. We talked about him needing to be sure-handed, and he was on that particular play.
You can see there that he pulled a hammy trying to defend him. And there's Deron Neal right away. Did he get in? Just shy of the end zone, inside the 1.
And you can see pace and tempo.
Seibert will try a 20-yarder. So a win for the Tulsa defense, given the fact that they gave up 59 yards in 2 plays.
Perimeter, man, and they are wearing him out. They're playing a kind of a catch technique off the ball, not pressing their face, Timmy, and it's paying off for the Hurricane.
And Langer gets it inside to about the, well, back to the line of scrimmage, perhaps. All right, thank you, Jenny. Well, if Clatz says it, it's got to be true. Play fake to P-Rod, and Mayfield is now running for his life. He can do this, though. Boy, he got away out of all kinds of trouble in Knoxville last week. Mayfield throws the out pattern to Shepard. Stopped at the 39. That'll be a yard shy of a first down. Shepard again, same pass pattern that got them to within a yard of the first down. Gets them yet another in front of Thomas again. Yep, we got a little swing pattern out to Mixon. Beautiful cutback against the grain and inside the Tulsa 40. You know, we talked about the familiarity here with Stoops, and on first down, Mayfield decides to tuck it. And he's got wide open spaces. Touchdown!
Like Itzhak Perlman, when one of your strings break, can you still make music? Mayfield certainly can. When he pulls it down, Timmy, and he's headed for the house, the patience to wait on the cavalry to get a couple of blocks for him. Outstanding job by Mayfield.
Oh, you went Juilliard over there. North High School. 3rd and a yard. Brewer. I don't think so. A lot of help coming up in that secondary. Standards to be doing this?
No, I think it's a good decision. Look at the edge. Look at up at the right, Timmy. The read is there.
Langer looks like he has enough. Took it over the right-hand side. That guard, Chris Wallace, has been there a while. Looks very, very close. Now Oklahoma saying that they may have stopped him. So very, very close. This measurement will be, and I think Tulsa's thinking we didn't get a good mark at all.
Wow. So look out here. That's where you run to with the reduction. You take the ball out of his belly and you head the opposite direction, or the back has got to have enough vision to see that. That was a pre-snap read, Tim. It's not difficult. You run where they're not. That's the key.
That could really tilt this game for Oklahoma now. style of offense that Tulsa plays. They know they can score, but being behind by 2 versus 1 score is problematic. D.D. Westbrook on the receiving end. Couple of yards shy of a first down, maybe 3. Pickup of 7. Brooks on the receiving end there, getting a lot of playing time, the redshirt junior. Here he goes again. Undercut by Kerwin Thomas, the corner, number 2. But not after he picked up yet another first down. Mayfield on outstanding route run there by Andrews, 81. He's split out wide to the top of your screen. And he's going to get it. Right on cue. Nixon. Touchdown. The late motion to get him in that position enabled the wide receivers to block for him.
The left side now, tempo.
Going fade, looking for the corner, incomplete. That's Kevin Lucas. To the top of your screen, keep an eye on that. Evans has to bring it down, manages the 15-yard line, and yet again another decision. 2 yards away from a first down for Philip Montgomery. Redford Jones will try from 32 yards. It's blocked. Sanchez got through there, kept it alive, and the Sooners are on top of it at midfield. Devontae Bond may have been the guy that blocked it. 23.
Right between them, that's textbook, just like Jerry Glanville used to teach us back in the day, Timmy. Great special teams effort there.
Oh, it hit him right.
Man, that's great.
The second, the decision to get 3. Pirine in the backfield, Mayfield with time. Deron Neal. You know, you forget sometimes how highly celebrated a player Deron Neal was coming out of high school. Overall, I should say, 140 yards overall. Now here is the pass. Pitch out coming to Pirine. Inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line. He had 48 touches. He and Pirine and Mixon, between the two, they had 48 touches in that game last week.
Nice.
So they're getting the ball just a different way. Mayfield. Nice job of Shepard coming back to the ball. And another first and goal coming for Oklahoma.
Just a veteran move by Shepard, understanding where his quarterback is. Mayfield continuing to create.
Pirine the lone setback. Mayfield. He'll take it again and waltz in for another touchdown.
Boy, if you're Jordan Mitchell trying to defend this, number 13, after Mayfield brings this ball down and does a tremendous job of faking every.
Shepard with room to work with. Corralled out of bounds at the 38. Went high. Looked like they did not get the ball past midfield until 11 minutes left in the 4th quarter last week. And came from 17 down to win. Westbrook on the crossing pattern. First down to the 45-yard line of Tulsa. Matt Linscott, 38. There he goes, Brooks again into the boundary, inside the 40 to the 39. Pirine, plenty of room. Samaje Perine takes it inside the 15-yard line of Tulsa.
That's when he's at his best, Tim, when he can come across the formation. Again, you've given him enough time to get downhill, even if you're just going horizontal to the line of scrimmage. But once he gets that head of speed up, he's got enough to reach the corner.
And they needed it to stay in this game. Zach Langer, nothing doing into the middle of that Oklahoma defense. Zach Langer trying to keep the OU defense at least somewhat honest.
Route. That's a big-time pro throw right there, Tim.
Without a doubt. That's something you'd see from Drew Brees. Here comes a sack. back at the 33-yard line, and it's Ahmad Thomas. But Sanchez, who's really one of their best corners, was victimized earlier in the game. Here's Mayfield, who may wind up the leading rusher in this game based on all the room he's finding.
These guys one-on-one down the field, so the coverage will eventually break down. He'll have an opportunity to run in freelance.
From the 46 on first down.
Nice.
Shepard hammered, but he hangs on and comes up with his guns ablazing. Brooks remains the setback. They go wide receiver screen again. That's Jeffrey Mead.
Exactly what they say, and they execute the play.
Third down and 4. Evans' pass is blocked. Great penetration coming there from Oklahoma, but it wasn't. Mixon on first down. Well, he just won't go down, will he? Fans admire the run. Great effort that time by Joe, the redshirt freshman.
Again, Sooners not in a hurry necessarily because they've got a lead.
Mayfield in traffic, gets away from Martin, takes himself out of bounds near the 40-yard line.
Because if you're in man coverage, you have to take your eye on the quarterback to defend the play properly.
2nd and 2. Mayfield to a wide open Mark Andrews.
Four-man rush.
Tipped into the air as Sanchez jumped the route in front of Garrett. He knew exactly what was coming that time. He'd seen it enough. And it's 4th and 6 coming up. First down and 10 for Oklahoma. Brooks with a nice cut. In tight ropes beyond the 25. 2nd and 1, really less than that.
Nice read.
Mixon ahead to the 35-yard line. The FBS, less than 4,000 enrolled at Tulsa. Mayfield looking long, going for the home run. He's got it, Shepard. P-Ryan breaks free. Out ahead for a first down. Mudo makes the stop.
That confidence shows up every single time.
Langer and to the 15-yard line. Big time first down to keep the drive alive for Tulsa. Evans on the run, floats it out there. Incomplete for Atkinson, and Banasour was covering.
Elite cover guy.
3rd and short. Langer stops short. Nothing doing. And how many times at about this place on the field has Philip Montgomery had a decision to make on 4th and 2?
Watch him work inside here and come in and get his nose dirty. Puts it right the hat on to Jordan Evans.
UCLA right here on FS1, the home for college football.
Beautiful read.
Yeah, again, Mayfield has been so solid, as was the case a little earlier on the Oklahoma side. Quick out pattern to Shepard. That's a first down. Knocked out of bounds immediately at the 34-yard line.
TD, the Wildcats now up 12-7, Tim.
That's a fantastic matchup of two outstanding programs academically. Joe Mixon out ahead for a first down. Mayfield with all kinds of time. A.D. Miller. Mixon the lone setback. Deron Neal reels it in. Oklahoma's only really stopped themselves of late when they've had these drives with fumbles. There have been many stops by Tulsa's defense, and here's Baxter. Touchdown!
That play coming back to the wide side of the field. This is what the matchups are all about. Getting the ball to Baxter and other great elite athletes in space trying to make a play.
Mayfield. With room, that's Deron Neal for a first down. keep the Sooners in front of his defense. Bubble screen to Neal. What did I say about staying in front? He almost got behind them. D.D. Westbrook, first down.
Cam Newton came before he went to Auburn.
Little sit-down curl to Joe Mixon.
Even as opposed to a check down.
Mayfield. Another 2nd and 8. Oh, look out. Mayfield. Look at him create space. What a pass. That's Andrews. That's a touchdown. You can have a little of it if you're this good.
Watch him pull it down, Timmy. Finds trouble. Scandals get out of there. Squares his shoulder up and delivers a strike for the score. Tim Brando. He looks like a candidate.
Play fake and another deep ball streaking down the sidelines for Atkinson, incomplete. 3rd and 5. Beautiful pass. That was just absolutely perfect to Sterling Shepard. Samaje Perine in the backfield. He'll tote it off the left-hand side. Gets it out to the 40-yard line.
Yards plus offense.
Yeah, he could get to that 7th. He could. And that's why you should have gone for it on 4th down, Tulsa. Ahead to the 45-yard line. Going with that fade pattern that Brewer couldn't even see in the air was a curious call.
Whether at LSU or at OSU, it's about the style of the game that matters.
4th and 2. Perine.
He got the first.
Yes, he did. With a little bit of help from his friends. Samaje. Perine again to the 20. And another first down. He's up to 83 yards on just 12 carries. He's getting a few more, though. And more. And more. And touchdown. At TCU, you got to score, baby, score. Fast, get a lead. Be comfortable knowing you got a big guy that can get you big yards and put it away. Trust me. Bishop Louis brings it back. And the Golden Hurricane get it to the 20. Getting back for their next game. Here's Perine. Doing so much on his own. I think he got the first down. I think the extra effort got him the first down. Getting our FS1 day started in college football as Perine sets sail again. Inside the 50 to the 48. Perine. Looks like he's got it. That should do it.
I guarantee you I'd take him to play for me anywhere in the nation. He is a baller.
He reminds me a little of a smaller version of Scooby Wright, that kid.
That's a good point. Active.
Another capacity crowd, another sellout here at Memorial Stadium. And the Oklahoma Sooners give win number 92 in 100 tries at home for that man, Bob Stoops.
A lot of success here today, but they'll have to go back to the drawing board to figure out again, once again, Timmy, who they really are identity-wise offensively.
Let's get you now to Stillwater for UTSA Oklahoma State. Justin Kutcher and Steve Hutchinson.